of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Jaguars and the Jets, and it's all up next.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap. As it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the New York Jets. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
It's the first of 6 games here on Super Wild Card Weekend, and we are underway on EA Sports. This taken in right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down. This is 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Hands it off out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Lawrence is going into the hands of Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
A gain of 7, and the Jaguar first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And able to get this to the 31.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 22-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lawrence. kick by Lutz is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against his secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And Lance going to throw. Jaguar pressure and Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. Well, the start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Returnable here from the 38. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. They'll find Williams on the slant. And then well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a second and 10.
At the 40-yard line.
From the gun, it's Lance. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. He has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on first and 10. On first and 10, it's Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackle through. But that's exactly what happened. Loss resulted. Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Jaguars back with it on offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now Lawrence on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Giving a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Lawrence. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you want to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop the right the line of scrimmage.
And we will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Fighting through, he's got space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 53 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some...
Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram from 10 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The New York set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Lance. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 23. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And some space here. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. Williams brings it in. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And he struggles to get a yard here. Maybe a yard down at the 31. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Lawrence. And he's racked up. Taken down. Back at the 25. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. On play action, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. Hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The kick by Lutz is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Shoves him aside. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game of the playoffs, maybe even more critical in the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built right. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll go again with Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice job on that first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 39.
He displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run. That's a positive play for the offense.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
3rd and 1, who you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
A give running right is Hall. That's a strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 54 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Force the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Now Lance on the bootleg. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Still yet to find the end zone. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I have no idea how many yards I have. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. This pass finds its way to Williams.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him. Either guy in double coverage could react.
Lawrence will throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And the Jaguar first down.
Now Lawrence. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Lawrence. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll get 34 yards there.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Now Lawrence. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now the third down throw incomplete as well.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about the defense did there, able to shut him down on that attempt?
The kick by Lutz is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game. It's 16-6. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The New York set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
On third down, here's Hall. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Jaguars.
They go play action with Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
A gain of 14. And the Jaguar first down.
Lawrence going to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They're in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have a first down and also well into field goal range all the way down to the 15 here. That was signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Now Lawrence on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, He's got second and third down to fall back on.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, BG, thanks very much. The playoffs are underway. What a weekend this is going to be. Super wildcard weekend. This, the first of 6 games set to be played. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's remind everybody what's coming up tomorrow in the AFC. We've got the 3-6 game, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills matching up with the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, in our game, it took a little while to get settled in, but we were in for a battle royale in this second half. And to call the action, let's go back to the guys who've been there all year, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
They'll run with Hall. Gets around him. And he'll have the Jets first down as he gets it up past the 35.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hall again. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. At about the 32. Throwing quickly out wide, Atwell. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Lawrence. That's caught. It's 2-2 Atwell. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Lawrence to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw again is Lawrence. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line.
And the Jaguar 1st down.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Only 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Mike Williams from 19 yards away. And the Jaguars continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. And he is into the end zone to lift the lead up 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 110 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. Here's Hall again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Calvin Ridley. He's going to have the first down and then some. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Calvin Ridley, 63 yards. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Lawrence. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will have a Jaguars first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. It's complete to Williams. Touchdown, Jaguars. Mike Williams with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Jags take a 3-touchdown lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case,
I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more that they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And New York set to take the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And he's got this down to the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got it to Williams. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw, Lawrence. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Jacksonville.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2nd down and 6 now.
At the 6-yard line.
Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. To throw, it's Lance. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Lance. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And, you know, both of us gave these guys a real shot coming in here, but I don't think anyone saw this on the road with this lead in the playoffs. They've looked good a lot of times this year. This is probably as good as they've looked.
Well, it's been a textbook game for them, because what you talk about as a visiting team is putting the pressure on the home team. And what puts more pressure on a home team than to be behind the entire game? Because the home crowd's there really for a coronation. They expect to win. And when you're behind, it takes the crowd out of the game, and the crowd gets a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a little bit frustrated with the home team, and that gives you an extra advantage. So they've done it perfectly. Big lead, put everything back on the home team, and they're capitalizing on it.
And right now, that crowd, silent. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
3rd down and 12.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. A good passing attack, even though that one was incomplete. It's been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Here we go. Here we go.
Lance now on 1st down. Caught, it's Wilson. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
From the gun, it's Lance. This pass out wide to Hall. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
And Lance going to throw. There's Hall bringing in another one. Shoots by him.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Lance.
And he's going to have the connection to Foster. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
They'll go for it. It's Hall.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And this one incomplete. Threw down at the feet of his receiver. But defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
Now Lance again.
That is made complete over the middle. It's Simmons.
Well, the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Lance.
This is caught. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Lance going to try to throw for this. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And the ball is knocked out.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now a play fake. Lance. Now he steps away. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Shotgun now for Lance. Now he'll escape to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to